We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we start the new year with an NFC matchup out west between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Taken at the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
A run by Walton to begin the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Operating from the gun. Downing. And that will be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Hands it off out of the gun. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ready.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. And now they'll throw with Lance. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Oh, he bowls over him. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Lance and company going on 4th down. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. and we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. A big play there. 47 yards. And the 49ers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Seahawks. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Well, that after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Shot 17.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Niners 14, Seahawks 7.
Ready.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's a give up the middle. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Okay, ready?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Close, 10.
And Lance now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And some room to maneuver. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The 71 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. They'll roll him out right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Blue black.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Up and good for Santoso. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving into more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Walton. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Dowling. And this is going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, but we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 85 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Working with a 2nd and 3. On play action, Lance. On the move, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Can't give the offensive coordinator credit there. He got right into the head of the defensive coordinator because right on the heels of the sack on 2nd down, he figured they were going to come at him hard again. And so he went ahead and hit a brilliant call. Screen pass works well enough. They're able to pick up a 1st down. That's one way to keep that defense at bay.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd down and goal. Lance. This is caught. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in.
Oh, clock running as he's brought down, but now you can't spike it. It's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. And he is going to be out of bounds well short of the pylon, and that will be a turnover on downs. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Now Lance.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 61 yards.
And the Seahawks take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Seahawks 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And right side, Henry's got it. 49ers. Hunter Henry, 25 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Downing. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with Walton. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. They find some open field here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Throwing on 1st down. Downing. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? You described an interception.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
He'll buy some time right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fielded at the 20. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back to the air on second down. Dowling, he's going to let it go again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun. Dowling. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And the tight end goes in motion left. Down to about the 37. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Dowling. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
To throw on third down. Dowling, and incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball, and that didn't happen on that play.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive, because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. 147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On the set.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Ready?
Now a play fake. Lance. Finding Henry here on the crossing route. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Downing. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Downing. Hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here. This is caught inside the 15. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead now up to 14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing again. Downing. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. From the gun on 3rd down. Downing. He finds his man, complete. That's Walton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw again.
Gets this to Moore.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Off play action. Dowling. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll look to throw again. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Dowling. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Marquise Bell.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
Extra point try now for Santoso.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Dowling.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marquise Bell. And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 15. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good.